What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades here, and welcome back to the channel. Will crypto skyrocket with Trump's help? Well, we have no idea what's going to happen, but before we get rolling anyways, you guys don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a live breakdown here with me. How is everyone doing? Doji, DB Crypto. Okay, we still have new people here. Love it. Yulia, she needs to drive fast so she can make it to the live stream. That's amazing. Yeah, very strange times, you guys. Trust me, I'm feeling it as well. Maybe it's the season changing as usual, I don't know, but at the same time, it's just the whole space feels kind of numb. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like you just want to drop everything and go. TradFi has been very interesting, in fact, but crypto lately has been like so boring. I'm just like, you know, price not moving. Like, I was even not streaming yesterday. I was like, what's the point? Year of the Snake, Nicholas Perry. Yes, don't eat pork. Pig, the enemy of the snake. So boring to miss right now. Ether, love you. Love you too, mate. Oh my God. Good morning, Monkey Van. You guys, very happy you're all here. So we're going to jump straight into it. Just wanted a little bit of intimate time with you to make sure that you guys are doing okay. Very happy you guys are being on the stream because the views have been very low. People have gone away completely. You know, after the liquidation has been so terrible, but still, regardless, I think everything's going to pick up again. Q4 is the one. So yeah, we just have to go through this particular period right now. So we're gonna go ahead and jump straight in because you know that we had the all-time highs, S&P 500, NASDAQ Composite, Dow Jones, everyone touched all-time highs, you guys, earlier this week, right? We had the rally continuing, but then Jay Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, warned that a rate cut in December is not a 1000%, you know, set in stone. So, of course, just like we always say, that kind of thing is going to spook the market, right? So futures immediately dipped. Bye-bye rally, futures dipped. Fed Chair Jerome Powell did it again. Right, so that was the signal, basically pretty much caution. But we're gonna jump and share the news here as well. Let me know how's the music, you guys, if it's too loud, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it is, though. But anyway, let me just move my screen. Screens all around. And guys, make sure to restart the chat box so I can see you guys chatting and everything. So yeah, the thing is, basically, that's the main thing. He cut 25 basis points this week, which basically brought the range to 3.75 to 4. Right, but he explicitly said that the rate cut in December is not guaranteed, because what he actually I'm going to quote over here. He said that the policy is not on a preset course. That's the thing. He basically highlighted that they also have you know, division within the Fed. So they have strongly differing views, again quoting. So one camp over here is saying economy is still robust, inflation risks are very high, and the other camp comes in and say, well, labor market is softening, you guys, and they're arguing for more easing. So yeah, both have a point, to be fair. Okay, so it's not like we're picking a side immediately, not like Trump. But then again, if you look on the Treasury, the 10-year Treasury yields, they moved higher after this comment immediately. So what does that mean for us? So basically, when this happens and he's not committed to further cuts, this is going to immediately trigger a sort of like a risk-off behavior, right? And if you remember, traders are pricing in big time for December rate cut. I still think it's going to happen, right? And right now it's sitting at 65% chance. But again, when the yields are pushing higher, what does that mean? Of course, when the yields are higher, it's going to pressure immediately growth stocks. So that is going to be the companies that value depends on the future earnings. Because if we have a higher discount rate, that is going to reduce the present value of the future profits, if that makes sense. So clearly for me, the message was, don't assume that the rally is gonna continue unchecked just because we had rate cuts this week. So of course, the next question that is going to occur for me is like, what's next? What are we doing next? Well, basically, he also mentioned he also mentioned that he's going to stop quantitative tightening on December 1st. Now, that's interesting. Basically, in other words, rather than continuing to shrink its balance sheet, it will like let maturities roll off to maybe to reinvest or, you know, in order to stabilize. So he just described that he's going to do that. So basically, he's going to stop the reduction of the holdings rather than, in a way, expanding them. So how do I think of that? Well, basically, he's going to pause the balance sheet shrinking rather than immediately going back into big asset buying mode, in a way. So yeah, that's pretty much all that we had from Powell over here. The market's reaction was not pretty, and of course we were waiting for something else, and that's something else, just like we discussed on how are you, Gabby? I'm doing good, thank you. That thing we discussed on Discord last night, we said, hey ho, it's not over. Trump is going to meet Xi. So yes, the meeting happened very early on a different time zone, obviously. So yes, progress was also made, but you guys don't assume that everything is set in stone. I personally would not assume that everything is set in stone. Yes, they met today actually in Busan, South Korea. That happened during the Apex summit actually. So if you come ahead and read over here, Trump, of course, he was asked, how are you evaluating the meeting? And then he's saying that the meeting went amazing, and he rates the meeting 12 out of 10. So basically what happened in that meeting, things are, you know, very simple. Tariff cuts announced, so instead of 57% down to 47% progress, right? Okay, so here it is. Commitment from China to purchase soybeans. Crack down a little bit on the fentanyl supply. You know, it's just actually ridiculous for me to read that, but anyway, there's no roadblocks at all on rare earths, so restrictions on that are going to be paused. Now, the question is, okay, cool. Maybe that was priced in, maybe not. So what are we going to do from now on? Well, we need to see if there is going to be any follow through. So what does that mean? Do we get good volume, right? Do we get some sector rotation? Is the breadth in the market improving, right? That is going to be the bullish scenario. And if we don't see any follow through, then you start thinking about disappointing, you know, expectations. So what is that going to mean? Well, pretty much either a pullback or a consolidation at best. But again, the fact that the meeting happened and it went so well, you guys, at the end of the day, it just really removes that huge risk of the trade war escalating so much. And that shifts the game a little bit, right? So now we're not that much worried about that, but we're more worried about the rate sensitivity, the breadth of the market. So again, structure and our plans of evaluating the chart is going to remain absolutely crucial. So we're continuing to monitor how the stock market is doing, because everything rolls over from there. Again, we're looking at advancing, declining issues as usual. What is the yield doing? What is the dollar doing? And whether there is any trade deal momentum that is going to give us a new push, right? A fresh new push. The market is probably waiting for a confirmation. The stoic. Chris Prophet, yes, thank you so much, you guys. Crypto Love, hello, sweetheart. I know you sent me a message this morning, but I haven't been able to check it because, you know, very, very busy over here checking at all these things for you. Of course, advance versus decline was absolutely horrid yesterday. Earnings were some disappointing, some not. Microsoft did terribly. We had some doing quite well. We'll continue to monitor that because it might prove a little bit more important than we think. Okay, so we're gonna move. We're gonna no, I actually think I'm very ugly. But anyway, it's nice to hear. Whatever. That's not true. No, I'm not ugly. Okay, cool. Honestly, you guys, yesterday to me it was no point to stream because news day. I try to stay away I try to stay away from the markets like in such a huge news day unless I'm positioned very, very well, which obviously I am. You guys know very well how I'm positioned. I'm still long Bitcoin. I've taken profits at the 116K partials, right? Partials at 116, and I still believe in this trade, right? At least for now. So the thing is, right? Okay, fine. We had the drop over here. We're looking on the daily. I'm not interested at the small momentum at all. Most importantly is what happens to our zones. So first of all, 112K was not supported. Okay, so that's a massive red flag for me. For me, it was very, very important for 112K to be respected as a zone. Like we saw, previous all-time high support, massive SR flip zone for us, and again we traded above it and we came all the way back down and we traded through it, right? So that for me is a red flag. I don't like it happening at all. So the second zone of support for me was around the 110K Bitcoin. Now of course we have the retest of the wick and all of our other supports down here, but it is kind of like very important for price, at least today on a daily time frame, to maintain that level of 110K Bitcoin, or to be more precise, 109.9. Feels a bit bearish for now. I agree. Tibissimo, 98K, let's go. You guys, I feel you completely. All right, so anyway, you guys know what my bias is for this week, so I will continue to maintain that bias unless, honestly, the daily closes below 110K. Then I might start becoming a little bit more cautious around this whole thing, and maybe potentially I should be looking for hedging short a little bit earlier than I was planning, because I was planning to hedge short at around 118K. You can see that you know, SR flip up here, which is at 117.886. That was my ideal area for short. We didn't reach it. We reached 116 instead, which was also profit taking area for me. But now, if this level is not defended here, if we don't see a follow through on this candle, you guys, you know, the possibility of price dropping down to 98.8K becomes more probable, okay? Becomes way more probable, unfortunately, right? I think we continue up to 118K target. Yeah, me too. Like, I have to stick to my bias, right? This is the thing, you guys. This is the thing. And please like the video if you haven't already. And I'm going to tell you something that's very important and you need to keep track. I don't know how many live people we have. Let me know in the chat box, Dottie, how many people we have live and how many likes do we have? All right. So because we need to count for every single one of you here. So the thing is, right, when you're trading, the market is very dynamic, right? But you need to stick to some kind of structure in order to make it 30. Okay, so we need 8 more likes. In order to make it in this market, you need to stick to some kind of structure, some kind of trading plan and strategy. And like I said, structure, honestly, because every time you're looking at the market and then the market is going to tell you, yes, I look short at the moment, go ahead and short me. Well, that is most likely going to be a manipulation. What I try to teach you guys is always to look for the pain trade. What is the pain trade today? What is the harder trade? Because this is actually, even that only is going to give you an edge, to be fair. Yes, thank you so much, Nicholas. You guys, you are the best. And again, I just want to quickly mention you guys about the course. Honestly, if you haven't bought the course, we're having our first call this weekend. All right, we're picking the date that suits everyone. Okay, my screen froze now. What do I do? What do I do now? What do I do? It disappeared completely. Not helpful at all. The course is mind-blowing. Doddy, yeah, Doddy just bought the course as well, so I'm very happy to have Doddy on board as well. I'm just telling you guys, we have 40% off on it. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm not gonna, you go, you do you, right? It's only 200 bucks with the 40% off, and I've given so much value that you can implement immediately on the chart. Honestly, I'm not trying to shill it to you because it's not a monthly subscription. I'm not getting rich out of it. Once again, I'm just telling you guys, I want to help you out. I want you to see what I do and have some value for your trading. Look, even I have liked my own stream, 26 likes with myself, and we're missing 4 more likes. Okay, and again, everyone is welcome to join Discord. We have amazing traders on Discord that are doing analysis every single day, you guys. The VIP access is also so easy to gain. Soon as you join Discord, you can get VIP access if you're already trading with Bluffin, or if you're not, you can register with this link and you can get access to the VIP section on Discord with all the trades, my daily updates, etc. Same thing applies for Pionex. You can use that link to get VIP access in my Discord without paying monthly subscription. Okay, so it's very, I've made it super friendly. And you guys, yes, there is some requirements of like 50K in volume, which is probably trading, I don't know, $50 a month. I'm not sure. So you guys, if you don't have $50 to trade, I don't know. Okay, maybe, you know, you need to accumulate some capital before you do anything, or learn before you do anything. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm trying to make it as accessible as possible for everyone. Okay, Monkey Van's also on the course. Yeah, so I don't like this price action at all. Let's go on a lower time frame to see a little bit what's happening. Okay, so we just swept the Asia high over here, and price is retracing with a confirmation low. At the moment, we've left liquidity up, so this could be simply a manipulation move down. Potential retest at the 110K. Maybe we also have some support area at 109.129. That's on a lower time frame in case you want to scalp. So potential long from 109.138. For continuation, at least to take 111.76. That kind of trade if you're scalping. If you're not like me, if you have time like I used to before I started streaming, I had a lot of time to scalp, do whatever the hell I want. Now I have to hold my trades for a few days. Not complaining, to be honest. I kind of like it as well. But yeah. So this is pretty much the message for Bitcoin, you guys. If we lose 110K with a body close today, things are getting a little tricky, right? Things are getting a little tricky, and we might start rolling off to below 100K level. And honestly, if we start rolling below 100K level, I'm not gonna like this at all. Once you learn from the course, it's a piece of cake to get back the capital. That's also true. Yeah. Okay, cool. Anything else for Bitcoin? I don't, you guys, honestly, like, what else can we say, right? We need to retest the true week open. Like, if we're going according to our bias, according to our, you know, our strategy, we need to be buying at support levels to at least 114, 115K Bitcoin, right? At least to that area. For the, you know, continuation of this week. Next week, potentially fine. If we open lower next week, also is going to be bullish, so that's okay. And then we start the true month open over here on 10th of November. So November is going to start for us on 10th of November. Let's see, happy days, what's going to happen over there. But for now, it looks like that. What do you think about BNB pumping? I think that CZ is an insider. That's what I think. And like I say, they're just in a club that we don't belong in. You know what I mean? BNB has been my favorite coin throughout. So yeah, it's doing quite impressively. The fact that it's at 110, I don't even, like I said before, I don't even think it's gonna go back to $1,000 again. Let's be real, you guys. He's the master manipulator. Dodgy thinks he's the master manipulator. That's hilarious. Ethereum, extremely disappointing performance. Extremely disappointing. I get it, right? We have news. We have, you know, massive red folder news. But again, I wanted for the $4,000 to hold, and the $4,000 is not holding. So essentially, what are we doing? You know, we have a balanced price action over here. That's bearish as hell at the moment. Yes, we're trying to hold a little bit. Yes, maybe you have a case of buying at the V test, the V retest over here. absolutely possible. Potentially you can do that. But me, I don't care about that because I'm already long from I don't know where, 3,700, around that area. You guys let me know. My P&L cards, I forgot. Anyway, so yeah, you know, daily resistance over here, we had it at 4,204. This was the profit taking area. This was where Bitcoin was reaching, also profit taking area. So it is what it is. You know, it's not strong. I don't want to be playing with ETH below these levels. So I rather keep the long position that I have, and if it fails, then I might rethink the whole scenario over here. But for now, I have to go with the bias. So that's my bias. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, and again, if everything starts going horribly, terribly, here are the levels, you guys: 3,524, 3,364. Imperative for this to be a wick, not a body close below these areas, because if we get a body close, I'm honestly like, I'm gonna be like so sussed. This is gonna be like me saying, okay, fine, maybe I massively need to head short. Massively, right? For now, we don't have that confirmation. Because on the weekly, right, and Dottie knows, and everyone that's on the course is going to tell you why this price action is very important over here. They know. The ones that are on the course, they know very well. They know very well why it is imperative we don't have any body closes around this area, because if we do, we're screwed. You know, especially for ETH. Solana doesn't act like that. Solana is going to give you body closes, it's going to manipulate you, and still nothing. But again, if we look on the weekly time frame, Sol is like, hello, like it looks so bad. It looks terrible. I get it. You know, maybe we're close to the bear market. If we're close to the bear market, the structures like this to develop is fine. You know, on a higher time frame. On a lower time frame, then maybe you're considering short. You know, if you're trading the 15-minute time frame or whatever, you know, if you see formations like that, it's usually a short signal. So, you know, and Solana below 187, below 184, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I haven't been liking it, to be fair. I haven't been liking it. I mean, the wick is at 144. Now, daily support at 162. Honestly, you guys, if we fail this area over here, 187, 184, straight road to 160. Straight road, right? To retest the daily support. Market's got no legs. You guys, again, make sure to like this video if you haven't. We had over 40 people here. By the way, if you can go ahead and share the stream, because the views have been so bad, please go and do so. Share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, share it with your friends. It's always nice to do that for us, because I'm doing this because I want to grow this this YouTube channel. You know, genuinely. You know what that means? That means I don't want to buy views. Because the channels that you're out there watching, they buy views. And the thing is, when you're live streaming, you can't buy views. You can't bot a channel when you're live streaming. So it's all genuine. You know what I mean? You can only bot pre-recorded videos, which is why half of the people you're watching are doing pre-recorded videos, because then they can bot the channel and you think, oh my God, this channel has, you know, so many followers. No, they probably have the same amount of followers that I do, maybe plus 10,000, whatever, if they were streaming for, you know, for 3 years or something like that. Maybe they do have genuine followers. And not even streaming, doing pre-records, like I said. Trevor is struggling with the lives due to a clock change in the UK. I know. I actually forgot. What time is it now in the UK? I need to check. ETH, BTC, you know, same thing. Man, literally same thing. We're hanging out in this area. 9:20, that's pretty early. Hey Gabby, are you on UTC or EST when you say market open close? Sensei, first of all, very happy that you said hi in the chat box. You're welcome, mate, in this community. Sensei, I refer always to EST. Okay, always to EST, because It's easy. It helps to stay on track with the trades. Nikki will share next. Nikki is a massive supporter. You guys, thank you so much. You are the best, honestly. Like I said, everything is genuine. I'm honestly thinking just going completely crowdfunded, because you know, that's what I want. You know, I want the people who watch me, who like me, to crowdfund what I do, instead of you know, scamming and lying how many views I have, whereas I went and I bought them all. So disgusting. Anyway, what else should we look at? I don't know, honestly. Like, BTC is dumping. Let's check my gold long, actually. No, not bad, not bad. Oh, yesterday Dottie is gonna tell you on Discord, I literally opened the gold chart and I was like, oh my god, what a long that was. How am I not in this trade? This is impossible. And then I opened my MetaTrader and I realized that I've actually left an order over here, right? So again, if you're on the course, it's going to be a little bit easier for you to catch trades like that. If you're not, maybe not. But anyway, for anyone that's new here and is looking for a little bit of, you know, alpha on the trading side, etc., it's very simple, you guys, right? You have a bullish fair value gap over here with a potential order block. All right. But the problem with this one, like, why did I not take a trade here? Well, I didn't take a trade here because what do we have over here? What is that? What is that? Well, that's liquidity. Why is it liquidity? Well, you have relative equal lows down here. This is, you know, 1000% going to be targeted. So instead of placing my order here, of course, I'm going to place my order at an area which is more likely to be respected, right? Which is what? Another order block, another daily bullish fair value gap straight next to the order block. You guys know it, right? If you're in the course, you know it. If you don't, good luck. Okay, cool. We can look at for sure we can look at some alts, you guys. Let me know what you want to see. Avax. Anything else? To the pip. Yeah, that long was nice. I love catching trades like to the pip. It's just so satisfying. Anyway, I'm gonna be honest with you before the news, because obviously this trade that I put in here, I put it way before the news. Maybe last week. I think last week or something like that. I don't remember placing this trade this week, so it was definitely last week. So that means, you know, and then I open it today and I can see it's tagged and it's moving yesterday in the news. So I took profit at the heights, right? So I closed 40% of the position here at the heights, and I have a 40% running now. So that's fine. Essentially what I've got over here right now locked in is 0.35, 0.5, 1 to 0.4 already in the bag. Hello, Harvey. All right, cool. We're gonna start with Avax. You know, it's kind of funny, right? Mr. Vane was Mr. Vane, we have one amazing trader, Mr. Vane. Sometimes he annoys me, sometimes not that much. But anyway, Mr. Vane, anyway, he was saying, yeah, Gabby, if you don't wanna long, why don't you short? And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me right now? Like, imagine me shorting Avax. Okay, fine, I'll short Avax, I'll find a stop loss, whatever. Who is going to buy my take profit if price starts dumping, right? Who is going to buy my take profit? That's my question. Answer is no one. So, you know, let's not do silly things. Okay. Anyway, so Avax, it looks like it's going to retest over here the daily. Let's mark it actually, because I haven't marked that. Morning, Savas. Okay, see you, Dottie, in the VIP, mate. See you. Okay, cool. 17.189 last live support. Okay, if we don't get this live support on Avax, consider it done. Because I have no idea when it's gonna where it's gonna go. You know, it's like in the abyss, in the unknown. I don't know what's gonna happen. But 17.1 is like literally last. You know, to be honest with you, maybe you have one here as well, 11.8. Maybe that's also an area that I would like to reconsider. 11.8, but just, you know, the percentage differences in between these is like, it's insane. It's nuts. Look at it. 31%. Oh my god, this is crazy. Why is this so crazy? BNB. Someone said BNB. We're gonna look at BNB, whatever. Okay, so we have a threshold for BNB, which is 993. I don't think we're gonna see it. I honestly don't. I don't even think we're gonna see $1,000 again on BNB. BNB is at support right now. So if you want to BNB it, you can potentially, right? You can. Dottie, I think you like Gabby. Dodgy loves me. What are you talking about? The market is trash, I know. But yeah, BNB right now at support. Bids, maybe. Maybe some bids. Maybe a little tricky, you know. Some balanced price action over here. I'll be careful with that. Yeah, definitely. Over here in this area. Currently considering entering hibernation. Wake me up when the market decides to wake up. I think everyone is considering hibernation, and I think that's the wrong move. I think that's the wrong move. I think it's wrong to hibernate right now. And we're gonna look at Jasmine for CryptoFart. Okay, lovely. Jasmine at a daily level right now seems to be sort of losing it. Obviously the daily hasn't closed yet, but we've been trading below it, to be fair, so it doesn't strike me as you know, as the most supportive level right now. But you do have a weekly level below it as well, so 0.008139. So if that level holds, sorry, it's going to be 0.008218. So if that level is gracious, maybe you can consider it as a hold. If the daily level fails, definitely a gracious level here to look out for. Wicks are fine, unfortunately, just as this one, right? Just as the liquidation wick in this area. I can't say, okay, this is bearish as hell. No, the fact that it closes above levels is not that bad, but can it retrace all the way down, retest even more? It's possible. Can it wick one more time? Yeah, it can. Thanks for showing up and sharing your insights, Gabby. Gotta run to a meeting. Paul June, thank you for showing up in the chat box, mate. You guys are most welcome. Again, make sure to like the video, you guys. Make sure to join Discord. Get your free VIP role. Just do it. You can get it very easily. If you already trade on Bluffin, just send me your UID. If you are not, get on Bluffin, because you guys know this is the exchange that I trust the most. For multiple reasons. Just go and Google all the exchanges and you won't find anything. The only thing you're gonna find is that Bluffin is transparent and no one else is. So yeah, I highly recommend you come on Discord, right, and get your free VIP. Make sure to get the course, you guys. It's a short course, one-time payment. You get 40% off right now. Do it because it's for you, right? It's for you. It's not for me, it's for you. Do we have any other altcoins? AXL. Okay, cool. Why don't I have this in my list? Oh my goodness. This looks horrible. Also got around the Stoic. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate you. Run, get on with your day. AXL is beyond my wildest imagination at the moment. I don't know where it's gonna hold. I have no idea. Maybe it has some potential to 0.05 6, but when, I can't tell you. Catching the bottom here, impossible for me. I don't know how to do it. Hodl. Yeah, I mean, if you're a spot on here, I guess, you know. Gabby, need to run to. Please have a look at LTC. All right, I'll look at LTC, mate. Only trade short term. Still, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I mean, I'm not interested to short it at the moment, or to long it. Nothing. LTC, weren't they also like looking into ETFs? LTC has been it's been pretty interesting price action, to be fair with you guys. Holding the range, it looks good. It doesn't look bad. Holding the range, respecting the sell zones. 1 time, 2 times you had an opportunity to get into that sell. With the liquidation, we've taken double liquidity low. So once you've done that, now you're looking at the double liquidity high, which is at 147. So not bad at all. Not bad. And then maybe because it's a bearish leg, right? Because it's a bearish leg, maybe you're looking at max 167, 170. I don't know how far this can go, but if it does well, it should stick into this range. It should stick in between 0.5 and 0. I don't think it's gonna touch 0.786. If it does, that's very good, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So, you know, anywhere 167 take profit area for me, for sure. And then anything above that, small runner for some additional gains. Besides that, you're really gambling up here. Gabby, I'm a swing trader using leverage and I'm only 17 years old. Any advice you would give me? Go to school. Go to school. That's my advice. That's what I can tell you. And you need to learn. You need to learn, right? You need to absorb as much learning as you can. That's what you need to do right now. The rest is just falling off the cliff. Yeah. I'm wondering, why is ZEG, Tau, and Hype so super strong? I don't know. Probably some fundamentals. Probably some insider job. I don't know. You name it. We've seen what happens to all the BNB. I had coins BNB long and I wasn't liquidated. They're in profit still. So... Pionex, Lek Fenrir, hello, welcome mate. Pionex has free funded account. No mate, so basically Pionex, they don't have funded accounts, right? I don't recommend trading funded accounts on crypto. You can do it, right? There is definitely a strategy you can develop to trade funded accounts, but the way I trade, a 5x leverage on funded does not work for me. Okay. Anyway, so if you register on Pionex, you get $50, $50 USDT futures grid bonus immediately into your account. And then you have stackable deposits. So if you deposit bonuses, so if you deposit 100, you get 100. If you deposit 500, you get 300. That's pretty awesome. And then if you open 100 USDT futures grid, equal to 100 or more, excluding margin, you're getting another 100 USDT futures. So that's 3 stackable bonuses, and you can use that to get into the VIP part of Discord. Okay, here is Discord. We need at least 50 likes, you guys. I'm not restarting the video to check how many likes we have, but we need at least 50 likes. And did we need to check any other coin? Yeah, I think, yeah, in regards to Zcash, Tau, Hype, I think fundamentals, potentially maybe some insider stuff that we don't know about. I don't know. I'm not very a fundamental person. Smash the likes. Do you have any other altcoins, you guys, that you want me to check? You don't need for KYC. This is if you only do KYC too, so it's not a complete KYC in a way. All right. Okay, Nikhil, I saw that you're becoming a pilot, May. I saw. Congratulations. Oh man, my cousin is here and he's 16, and I can tell you it's hard work, man. It's hard work. It's fine. Bitcoin dominance sells on up here, maybe not, I don't know. You're welcome, like okay, you guys, if you don't have anything else, I think we're gonna call it a day, and that's it. All right, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on Discord. Lenin Velaturi, thank you for speaking in the chat box. I love when new people are speaking here, you guys, because you know I remember all of your names and I love to see you here, and that makes us real. That makes everything more amazing. Maybe Sui, yeah, sure, let's do Sui. Let's do Sui. Let's just find the chart that I have charted on. La 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 la. Okay, cool. So yeah, Sui, we have one area here that we could potentially defend. 2.28. 2.28. Buyers, please defend that. For now, nothing. You know, we had a massive sell over here for Sui, massive sell earlier in July, so it's worked out quite amazingly, that setup, to be fair. And now we're just trying to hold for dear life. Trading above 0.236 is not bad. Holding 2.28 crucial, because if we don't hold 2.28, I mean, by holding, you guys, when I say holding, that area can be wicked, but important is that area is protected on a higher time frame, on a weekly basis, right? So even if we trade below it, that's fine, as long as we come up. Otherwise, if we fail, this area is going to be straight rolled to down here, retest 1.7, right? And even 1.52. But this needs to hold. If this fails, we're coming here, and then that's how it looks like. All right, that's how it looks like. It looks like this is going to be retested. You guys are mostly welcome. Currently, dog ass. I honestly can't agree more. I agree 1000%. I'm not interested in even shorting it. TradFi looks way more interesting at the moment. I feel like I've missed out. I feel like I've missed out a lot. Jelly for shorting, I don't know. I don't even want to look. It's probably gonna look horrible. But again, you guys, be careful with shorting, especially like weird stuff, because I don't know if you are going to be filled for your take profit orders, because a lot of people are not buying these stuff right now. Okay, and you need liquidity in order to trade these things. So thank you so much for being here again, you guys. Make sure to check the course. It's going to help you a lot. You have 40% off, 40% with waitlist 40. The code is waitlist 40. Okay, it's going to help you massively. And ciao, bore to bore. I will see you guys on Discord, right? Hope you have an amazing day.